What got me hooked was that feeling when you're in the air, the freedom to fly.
It's very controlled and freeing feeling.
I think that's the one word that most people would probably give you. The freedom of it is what really is exhilarating, you know.
While everyone else is on the ground, you get to see them from above. You get a completely different perspective than anyone else.
It's incredible.
I don't know if it was birthed in me, but boy, it became my passion.
You feel it in your heart.
Every day's a great day when I get to go fly an airplane.
I love to see the passion come out of a new person experiencing aviation for the first time, the thrill of taking off for the first time, or the exhilaration of landing an airplane by yourself for the first time. That's a fun gift to give.
All right, nice lesson today.
Thank you.
I've been teaching for 10 years, and what I enjoy out of it is seeing someone like Tabitha who can come in, 0 experience, 0 hours, and get up and go.
I wanted to be the first female Blue Angel. And so it was just kind of always the goal in life to always fly.
She's 10 hours in, and she's not far from not needing me anymore.
It is surprisingly a lot easier than what people would think. Just a matter of getting up in the air and staying there.
Yeah, feel great. I'm like, you're soloing today. He's like, what? I'm like, no, you're ready. Today, this is Mama Bird kicking him out of the nest.
I was very nervous going up, but I think once I got up there after the first touch and go, I think all that was gone. I was ready to fly more.
I get a little nervous, you know. I'm watching the rotations. I'm watching the speeds coming in. We're watching to see whether he's turning base, he's making his calls. And I told him, you know, if you have any problems, I'm right there. I'm connected to the radio, and I'll be talking to you.
I think especially being alone for the very first time, it's undescribable.
I love taking someone who's never had an experience in aviation, getting into the process, making really good aeronautical decision making. So it's huge. You know, for me, it's very rewarding.
There's no words for it. I don't think my feet touch the ground either, sir. I'm floating on a wave of good energy right now.
I'm Morgan Murphy. I'm 21 and I'm a pilot. So my dad taught me how to fly. I'm right out of college and my minor was flying. I fly almost every day. My plane's in my backyard. I walk down this like cliff kind of thing and I have a rope, and so I go down the rope and then I walk across the creek. And this is the plane. This is a Cessna 172 and it's special to me just because I soloed my first flight in it. My first flight was in 2009 and I have it right here. Right here is my first solo. Ready to take off.
That's my runway. One of my favorite things to do is take my friends flying through the mountains, but I also really enjoy going to downtown Knoxville. The stadium from above, all of the buildings are so big and immaculate, so beautiful.
From here, I'm learning to get my instrument license and then my commercial license with my father, and he's gonna let me take over his charter company where I'll be flying a twin. And so hopefully I'll be able to pick up different clients and fly them across the United States. I don't know, I just love showing people around. And I'm very lucky. I probably wouldn't have been able to do it without my father.
All right, let's pre-flight the plane and get ready to go to Cincinnati. Just looking at the tires, checking, making sure everything's good.
Today we're going to take a little just day trip adventure just to go see a little bit of Cincinnati, have a $100 hamburger. No, instead of taking a drive and having to drive for 5 hours to get to Cincinnati, let's hop in the plane and be there in an hour and a half.
All right, let's go eat some lunch. I'll help you up, babe. See you later.
You can see why they definitely call it the Smoky Mountains. If you look around, you can see the fog setting in all the valleys and crevices. So yeah, we've got our $100 hamburger book, and they ranked Lumpkin as one of the top 10 airports in this area to go to. It's nice to have the book. They've done all the research for you, so yeah. No matter how much you fly, you really do like being in the action. You'll go to any airport, that's all they want to talk about is flying and their airplane. Yeah, the next rating they're going for, because it's a never-ending learning process for sure.
Fun.
Did you know they call this place Sunken Lunkin?
They come in from Dayton, from Louisville, from Lexington. We had a couple that flew in from New York. It's really all around.
That's nice.
And this place is really cool. You know, in the 20s when it was built, it may have been the first American Airlines hangar. So, you know, imagine this place and the art and the people, the bustling in and out. And
It's a history that brings people here then.
it's gotta be.
Yeah.
Look how busy this
It's been
place
here.
is. Yeah.
You just get a complete new insight every time you go into an airport. You get to have a cup of coffee with the next pilot over and talk about their love for it as well.
And the pilots come here, you know, they want to talk to each other and find out what's going on, where they're going, and how's the weather and everything.
Oh, we flew all this way for a $100 hamburger, so I think I'll take the Lunkin cheeseburger.
It's up from the different pilots. They vote on us. That's an honor to us, you know, that the pilots love our hamburgers that much. Come at Lunkin Airport and get your $100 hamburger. I
See you guys.
You look around these airports these days, and you'll see some older planes that are still beautiful, very well maintained. They're built to last, and safety's number one whenever it comes to aviation, and so you know that you're going to get into a safe plane as long as you follow the procedures.
This is the Cirrus G5. The Garmin G1000 is integrated into the Cirrus.
This is a Cessna 172S, and it has a G1000. It gives the pilot unbelievable situational awareness. It has increased safety beyond what could be imagined.
This panel right here that controls the autopilot, it's a small version of what they have on the larger airplanes right up here. It has all of the same functions, just in a condensed version. It used to be a gyroscope was this big, right? Now we have a gyroscope in a little tiny thing like this and a GPS antenna in here.
What was here before this was the six-pack, airspeed indicator, artificial horizon altimeter, VSI, heading indicator, and turn coordinator on a digital package is all in front of the pilot.
And over here is the MFD, the multifunction display, and this can show us a map of where we are. I can get information about different areas like the airport. I can do my trip planning here. And then I can turn on the autopilot, and the autopilot will fly the airplane. It makes our job as a pilot very easy. The nice thing that Cirrus has done is Cirrus is all about safety. In addition to the parachute, you've got a very sophisticated autopilot, little blue button. If the pilot somehow became incapacitated, the passenger can push that on, and now the autopilot is flying straight and level. And it gives them time to talk to air traffic control and figure out how they're gonna get down. Now with ADS-B, the airplane box will actually send out a message saying this is where I am. We can make a lot more traffic information available to the other airplanes. In addition to that traffic information, we can bring in the various weather products as well.
It has made flying more safe, flying available to more people, and a lot more fun.
General aviation is growing at a very fast pace. Fuel's a lot more affordable. Airplanes are much more readily available. It does open up many doors. Anybody can go to their local airport and learn about aviation and enjoy it.
There's a lot of clubs for people that want to be in aviation very economically. 8, 10, 20 people can share multiple airplanes or single airplanes.
And you even get to take the keys home with you. So 24-hour access to aircraft. By having multiple people in the flight club, it allows the insurance to come down, the cost of maintenance to come down, and it's a lot of fun. Love flying by clouds. I love flying through clouds. It's just an amazing experience for me.
My two favorite times in the airplane are sunrise and sunset. Nothing will beat seeing the sunrise come up and the beautiful colors that God creates for us every single night on a sunset.
There's great things to learn from aviation that apply in all of life.
It's an empowering feeling to be able to fly. Flying will always be a part of my life.
There's something in me that wants to be able to control the plane, be able to fly.
Everybody in aviation, you can loosely describe it as a family. If you fly an airplane and I fly an airplane, we automatically have common ground.
I'm just gonna keep flying. It's crazy, it's a great experience.
It's like a seed planted in you, and it just continues to grow, and the more you do it, the more you love it.